Growing up, my dad was a police officer. My mom stayed at home with my brothers and sisters and I just ate it up. I loved going on ride-alongs with my dad. In high school, I was able to take some of those elective classes. I took criminal justice classes and psychology classes. Absolutely loved it. I was determined that I was going to be a police officer just like my dad. Well, I graduated high school right at 18, and in order to be a police officer, you have to be 21. I was so fortunate to be able to get in at a records and warrants position, clerk position at the Highway Patrol in Arizona, and that opened my eyes to everything, to being inside the police department and how it works, and then behind people, how they work, entering warrants and wants and learning about different computer systems, checking criminal histories on people, just opened my eyes for one and gave me that hunger and that drive for more. So I spent a little over a year in that clerk position doing records and warrants and wants and all of that kind of stuff. And then I promoted or took a different position to be a dispatcher, a 911 operator. And that, oh my gosh, was amazing. During that time, this is 21 years ago now, Rescue 911 was popular, the TV show. So if you remember that kind of is what pushed me into being a 911 operator. And I'm telling you, that was the best job ever. I worked for that police department for a little over 8 years until I was pregnant with my first son, and then left to go on maternity leave. But you would walk into work and never know when the phone rang what would be on the other end of that phone line. We celebrated happy times of delivering babies over the phone. There were some sad times where I listened to people take their last breath. I've walked people through CPR. The highs and the lows and the shift work, nights, weekends, and holidays. Funny story, when I first started as a 911 operator, I had no concept that the world revolved and the world was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So coming from a kind of a sheltered, high school student and now into the big world of everything that's going on, I loved it. I ate it up. I was also really fortunate as I was working as a 911 operator that I could put myself through college. So I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a master's degree in administration of justice. So absolutely love it. It was my passion. From being a 911 operator, then I promoted even further where I trained new employees, trained 911 operators. That was such a good fit for me because I think I was really good at my job because I enjoyed it so much and I was passionate about it. And I loved sharing it with others and training other people to be better than me as a 911 operator. From there, I promoted again to supervisor and administrator, and then eventually I was a 911 administrator and MSAG coordinator, which deals with kind of nerdy, techie 911 stuff. Absolutely loved seeing the back end of that, the 911 technology piece and the whole 911 system, how it works. It was really, really interesting to me. So I was able to promote up through the ranks, worked for a few different police departments. I was also able then to go to kind of the commercial side of things and travel all over the United States working for a computer-aided dispatch software company. And I got to visit a bunch of different, I think 32 different public safety agencies all across the United States and work with their dispatchers in configuring and train on their brand new dispatch software. So that was even more awesome for me. I got to travel, which I absolutely love, and I got to connect and train new dispatchers. From there, then I did some consulting on the side, and even when I moved from Arizona to Missouri, I became a dispatcher again. So I have spent the last 21 years working in the public safety industry, and it's been amazing